Hello everyone, my name is Shobit Singhal. I am the Transformer. For many months, I would say 2 years, I have been doing a lot of research. I have been doing a lot of activities. I have been training. I have been reading books. I have been teaching people how to read books. I have been teaching people how to change their life. Lot of stuff going on in my life, and I have discovered a basic formula of where the world is leading. So today in this is my first ever podcast, so please forgive me if I make any mistake. But in today's podcast, my aim would be to tell you where the world is leading, where we are heading towards. We are living in different ages. There are people who are still living in the kind of age that has been vanished over 50 years now, but still we are following the same concept. So in today's podcast, I hope that I will be able to bring out the concepts of the modern world, that from the ancient times where we have come across. So in all my research and in all my personal experience, all the books that I have read, all the things that I have been doing, I have brought it down to 6 major ages that the humans have lived in. So let me just jot down that for you one by one, and in the last I will tell you what my mission is and why I'm doing what I do. So I hope you are ready to note down the 6 ages. I request you to take notes, bring a pen and paper with you, and note it down if any important points, key takeaways. That's very important for you. That will be very helpful to you. Now let us start with the 6 ages. The first age of mankind or humans was the Stone Age. So when I say the Stone Age, basically it was a time of thousands years ago when man was there. We used to stay in jungles. We used to light fire with rocks. We used to burn animals. We used to eat them, or the kind of the kind of cannibalism life that we used to live. And that was the beginning of human era that we used to live. It was a Stone Age. Okay, and don't have to explain too much, but you know what kind of mans we didn't have anything. We didn't have any sensibility. We didn't have anything. We were just living life as good as animals, but we evolved through that. Okay, so that was the Stone Age. Now there are some people who are still living in the Stone Age. There's an island, I'm not sure of the name of the island, but still there are some cannibals, there are some people. So that is the first stage, Stone Age of mankind. Then again, I would say 2000 years ago, in I think BC time, people started agriculturing. So the second age was agricultural age, when people started farming. People started cultivating land. They started doing basic aspects of life, like for example building houses with stone, and they used to utilize the resources. They used to utilize the rain. They understood how we can use the natural resources for a benefit, and that was the agricultural age. Honestly, all the Raja Maharajas time, kings and queens and all of them lived through that age. Basically, like if you look at all the Mughals and all that, there was no technology, there was no light, there was no sound, nothing. They were not using any scientific things. They were only using the agriculture, a basic natural thing. They used to take it for an advantage, and that was the second age humans lived in. So Stone Age was the highest number of years people lived, and then came the agricultural age. Now third age, which is very important, which came into early 19th century, late 19th century or earlier 20th century. The third age of humankind is the industrial age. Industrial age, basically people started using technology, to not exactly technology that we use today, but some basic automation they understood. For example, manufacturing. So people started making metals. People started the extra natural resources that people started mining coals. People started mining the factories were open, manufacturing was open, things get automated. For example, cars were manufactured, even aeroplanes were manufactured. All those things constitutes as industrial age. So approximately for 100 years, more than 100 years, humans have lived in industrial age. That was a time of 90s, 1950s, 1940s. All that consists of the industrial age. Now, before I move on to fourth stage, I want to tell a fact that some people, all of us, most of us in fact, I would say, who are corporate zombies as we speak, we are still living in industrial age, part of our life. Why I say that? Because we are still trading time for money. So basically, when industrial age was open, then with the factories and everything, people, what they used to do is, people started trading their time for, because they didn't have much skills. They only have basic skills like going to mine and going to a mine and mining coal, or they used to go to burn the factories and like hot burnace is there, they used to put some, so basic life skills people have, that we can do some labor work, and they used to trade their time. Okay, I will work for 9 hours, you pay me per hour this. There was no actual value addition in the companies. So that was the industrial age. There are some few people who opened that industry. They were entrepreneurs, they were big business tycoons. For example, the Tata started as the industrial, actually industries were bought in the country by Tatas only. If you look at the history of India, Tatas, and then in 1780 Reliance was a very big name. So all these companies, the big players, took advantage of the age. They were the innovators of industrial age in India. But most of us followed the concept of wages, daily wages and salaries, and sadly some people are like, most of us are today still in that age. But anyway, so that was the age. Then the fourth age came as information technology age, IT age. That in the world it boomed in I would say 90s, and in India it came in 2000, early 21st century. Now information technology is basically using technology to the full benefit of it. So basically we were using emails, we were using cloud systems, we were using IT companies were open, TCS, Accenture, all these companies consist of information technology age. Actually the Indian GDP, or any big company of the world, for example Amazon, we open Flipkart, we open, again using technology for the. So information technology age brought down different monumental changes in the world, and it grew GDPs and the advancement of the human lives and all that into a different domain. We started using all these technology, all these computers were made in this technology, and different electronic systems came into this technology age, and till today in India is reaping benefits of information technology age. A lot of us are enjoying benefits of these companies, we are part of it and all that. Also there was a negative side came from this. Positives are a lot of employment, a lot of development and all that, but one negative is basically it's an updated version of the industrial age when it comes to employment. So basically still people go to these companies, they work like a zombie, 8-9 hours, 10 hours, sometimes 12 hours sometime, and they are bloody frustrated. But that I can say confidently, most of them who are working in these companies as an IT guy and in these technological companies, who are engineers basically, they are not happy, what the survey that I have done and the kind of questions that I have asked people, they are not bloody happy. Some very very minute people, like I see that they are happy, and they are still working in the age where they are handled by a boss, and they are handled by there's a system, industrial system is there. They have to punch in, they have to punch out, they get a salary at the end of the month, they trade hours for time and all that. It's basically the same concept, but a bigger development, that's all. So these were the four ages. Now the fifth age came very recently, I would say 10 years ago, 15 years ago it actually started. And the fifth age was actually the internet age. When internet boomed, internet was there in 80s 90s also, but only it was used for B2B purpose, like companies used it. For example, companies like Amazon and all these big IT companies, they use internet to its full advantage. We just, as a consumer, we were just using internet age as just for using it. But when social media came in, actually internet age boomed, like because of social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter. Everyone today is either they are consuming or they are producing. So basically even you are sitting at your home and you are producing content and publishing it on the internet. So internet age is basically, it's going on. I would not say internet age has it's going on, it has boomed. I would say it has not come to a peak also, I would say. So it is going on. Internet age, social media, social networking sites, they are still in the age, and a lot of influencers are there. You see, I'm sure you must be knowing about YouTubers, about these Instagram influencers, about these like Twitter people, like all the celebrities, all the prime ministers, and all the people are there in the social networking, and they are living in the internet age. We are today living in the internet age, and that is something which is going on, and we are reaping benefits out of it. Now the only major thing that I want to share here is that don't be a consumer on the internet age. Internet age, basically you are just sitting there and consuming content. Make content. You can be a producer too. You can just make a write a blog post, make a video. Like for example, today I'm making this podcast. This is basically I'm being a producer on the internet age. I'm going to publish this podcast on various WhatsApps, Facebook, LinkedIn, and all that. So this is how I'm consuming. I'm utilizing internet age. This is how and people earn money out of it. You also know that there are a lot of brand endorsements, a lot of collaborations, and all that. So people don't need to actually live in the industrial age and the IT age. They're living the internet lifestyle. There are a lot of you see affiliate marketers are there, the digital coaches are there, and all that. They are teaching how to leverage the internet and all that. That is all these are the 5 ages that already has come in the world, and it is there. And 5th age is still people are there in the industry, still people are there in the IT, still people are there in the internet. It's going on. So now let's come to the most important point of this podcast, and that is the 6th age that I have discovered and heard about this for many trainers, many people. And let me tell you, the I would say 1 to 2% of this world, that is few lakhs of people, I would say, not even crores, few lakhs of people are actually in the 6th age. This is the future of this world. Next 5 years, this is the industry which is going to boom. And due to COVID-19, this industry is going on and on. This era is becoming more closer. I thought this will take 10, 15 years more, but due to COVID-19, I would say it will take maximum 3 to 5 years to boom this industry. And today, and 2020, if you are still living in the 3rd age, 4th age, 5th age, all these ages, you are not living life to the fullest. And this is the 6th age, and this is where I come on. I name myself Transformer. The reason I name myself the Transformer, because I want to bring people in the 6th age of human mankind. So the 6th age is knowledge zenith age. I repeat again, knowledge zenith age. So when I say knowledge zenith age, I mean that there was a time that we used to trade our time for money. I'll work for 8 hours, 9 hours, and I'll work for you. And then come in IT age. Okay, I'm educated, I'm an engineer, I can trade time, but I will ask a lot of value. You used to pay 10,000 to a worker, you will pay 50,000 to me. Again, the same concept in a better way. And internet age is basically people started consuming, and people started posting the pictures. People started giving value to people in internet lifestyle. But the knowledge zenith age, that it simply means your knowledge is money. The more knowledge you have about something, the better you can earn money, the better you can live your life with freedom. When I say that, what do I mean? So for example, lot of these trainers, coaches, all that, we are all, everyone is becoming a trainer and coach. Basically, they are becoming a freelance person. Nobody wants to, have a boss in their life. Nobody. So what you need to do is you need to transform your knowledge. That's where the word transformer came in my life. You need to transform your age into a program, into a system, and when you can tell people, okay, this is something which I'm doing, are you willing to pay me for that? So for example, when I say knowledge zenith age, knowledge means the skills or the expertise and the kind of full mindset that you have about that one particular skill. For example, I have last 3 years I have developed a sales skill. I am a very good salesperson because I have been into sales. I recently I opened my book readers club a few months ago, and today I'm I had a lot of knowledge of book reading. I have read 50-60 plus books by the time I opened the club, and I thought that okay, this is something which I have good knowledge on. Why not implement this knowledge, and why not help people to become the same book reading, give book reading skills to people. It has benefited me a lot. So I had good knowledge. My knowledge, what is zenith level? Zenith means something which is at peak, something which is completely full advantage is getting on, full utilization of something is getting on. So knowledge zenith age, that means your knowledge is the full peak. This is the age where knowledge is at full peak. You should have complete full knowledge, and you can utilize that into a money making program. You can build a system out of that knowledge, and you don't need to work for anyone. You don't need to work, you don't need to trade time for money. You don't need to listen to your bosses. You don't need to punch in, punch out. What you can do is you can transform your knowledge into a money making educational program. Simple. That's what knowledge zenith age is. If you look at all these great influencers and trainers and all that, for example, I'll give you 3-4 examples. The biggest example you can see is Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary Vaynerchuk is a big influencer in the world, I would say. And he posts content and people are consuming his content like hell. If you go to LinkedIn, if you go to Instagram, Facebook, he's everywhere. And you just Google Gary Vaynerchuk and you will find like every day this guy posts 4-5 posts. And what is he doing? He's leveraging internet and he's giving knowledge to people. In the post, he's just posting something and people start getting attracted. Oh, this guy is very good. Second name, I'll give you Dan Lok. I follow him. He's basically a mentor of mine. So Dan Lok is someone who posts content and he's also giving knowledge to people how to close big deals, how to have a good how to have copywriting skills and all that. Basically, he is also he's also he's also transforming his knowledge into a business program, into a basic program. Then Grant Cardone, you can see Grant Cardone is very, very famous in the world, and a lot of other people, like for example Jim Quick. If you look at Mindvalley, the company, Jim Quick is one person who's he's actually into something which I also do, book reading and speed reading techniques and mind mapping and all that. So he's trading his knowledge for the money. So basically what I'm trying to say is, this is where knowledge zenith age comes in. If you are a person who has knowledge about anything, knowledge comes from two things: out of job, out of passion. So for example, you are in a job since 5 years, 10 years, and you're bloody good at it. So you have a good knowledge about it, which the company you even don't have. Second is, it comes out of passion. For example, you are a very good cook. You have a lot of cooking skills and all that. So can you convert your knowledge? Can you convert all the ideas, all the experience that you have into a program where people can come and learn from you? People will come and, okay, can you teach me this? Can you tell me this? For example, Book Readers Club. I just mentioned I have opened a Book Readers Club. I created a 7-day program, reading challenge and all that. So people started coming and they said, okay, Shobhit, can you please help us by becoming a good reader? I said, yes, sure, why not? So I converted my knowledge, my Zenith knowledge, into a program. And that is what Knowledge Zenith Age comes in. So in the last, let me tell you, my name is Shobhit Singhal and my mission is to transform 1 lakh people in the knowledge into a money making educational program. So basically I always say, don't just make systems, don't make education, don't change lives, also make money out of it. Because if you are financially free, if you are getting good money, that's a testimony of your work. That's the value that you will be getting in your life, and that's what's very important is. So you tell me, do you still want to wake up, go to a company and spend 9 hours, come back and still work for them, live in the industrial age, or let's say IT age, or internet? Are you a consumer at internet or you are a producer at internet? It's your choice. If you combine all that, if you leave all that, you can live the knowledge zenith age. So that's what my goal is. I want to bring 1 lakh people into knowledge zenith age. I don't want people to still live boss management. I'll give you an example why it came, it's something which is personal, but I'll still share with you. So in March 2020, this year only, 2 months ago, I gave my company 12 lakhs of revenue. Okay, 12 lakhs of revenue. That was the target was much higher than that, but still I was managed to give 12 lakhs revenue. Now I'll be very honest. Approximately 42,000 I was supposed to get of the entire month, but what they did is they deducted 50% of the salary because they didn't have enough funds due to COVID-19 and all that. So basically 20,000 approx was not given to me because of some COVID-19 problems. So I'll tell you something. So 12 lakhs I produced for my company. 12 lakhs, 10% of 12 lakhs is 1,20,000. 5% is 60,000. Approximately 3.3%, sorry, not 3%, I would say 1.5% approx, 1.8, 1.7% is 20,000. So imagine, I just gave my company bloody 12 lakhs of revenue. I know it's their product, I know it's their branding, marketing, everything I did, and I am not even getting 1.5, and the company said that 1.5% we are not able to give you. Now it's not the company's mistake, it's not the management mistake, it's not the HR mistake, finance people. That's the system they are following. That's the way they have to maintain cost and everything. So imagine you are giving. So one day, I don't know if you are in sales job or any job, just analyze the kind of value that you are giving to your company and how much percentage you are getting in out of that. So for example, if you are someone who is giving 10 lakhs of value to your company and your salary is per month you are giving 10 lakhs and your salary is 25k. So you just imagine that you are getting total 2.5% of the entire value that you are giving, which is completely, it's not illegal, I would not say, but it is completely unjustified, completely unethical. I'm not blaming the company because they have a lot of cost to cover, they have a lot of profit making and all that. But look at the system. We are still living in this industrial age. This is what industries had, there's a system that big industries will open, people will come, do a labor job, and we'll give them some wages. It is just wages have become salaries today. That's all. Nothing has changed. So you tell me, are you willing to get 2.5% of the value that you are providing, or you are willing to get 100% of the profits of your own knowledge? Trust me, the kind of work that you are doing for your company today, I'm sure that you will get much more knowledge and much more skills than your own managers who are not doing anything because they are just managing you. Just because they have a good experience, something like that, they become your managers and they tell you what to do. But trust me, you have better skills, better knowledge than them. And I'm just asking you, can you convert that knowledge into a program? So that's why what I've done is I have opened a Facebook page, not a page, sorry, a group, Facebook group named The Transformers. And that's where the Transformers page came in. So basically that's what my goal is. I want to transform people's knowledge into an educational program. I don't want people to live the kind of life they have always lived. I have lived this kind of life for like 2 years almost. Now I'm swiftly changing my lifestyle to a different zone. I've already become a knowledge zenith, but I want to full-time get into it. I still have a job. I still have to depend on that. But one day I will fully do this knowledge zenith age. And my aim is to bring 1 lakh people. As of today, I want to bring 1 lakh people to knowledge zenith age. I don't want them to live like industrial age and all these ages that they are living. So are you willing to be a transformer? So if you want to join my Facebook, if you have joined the Facebook group, that's great. Please attend, please listen to all the videos, all the podcasts, all the blogs that I will be posting there. It's not something which I will give you motivation. I will give you step-by-step approach, blueprints of how you can do that. The problem is people think it's very difficult. How can we leave the company and start our own knowledge or our program show with? It's not. Trust me, it's not. You don't even need to leave the company. You can do it on side basis. That's what I'm doing currently. I have a full-time job. I'm in an employment contract, but still in my free time I all do all that, and nobody can stop me because that's my free time. I'm not compromising my company's work. That's what you can do also. So that's what. So if you're interested to join the Transformers group, please message me. You have my number. If you can just message me, you can message me on social media, you can WhatsApp me, anything. I will add you in the Facebook group and I will tell you how to be a transformer, how you can change your knowledge into a money-making educational program. Well, I think I have taken a lot of time of yours. So let me just quickly, summarize the video for you. There are 6 stages of human mankind. One is the Stone Age, where, we didn't have any skills, but still we used to live like animals. Secondly, agricultural age, people started farming, a little development came into the world and all that. Third is the industrial age, people started manufacturing, opening industries, factories and all that. And fourth is the information technology age, the IT age, basically 80s, 90s time where, computers were made, systems were made and all that, And fourth is the fifth is the internet age, where social media came in, people started making online websites, and all these companies came in, and still we are living in internet age. It's going on. Social media is still going on. And the sixth, and this is the age which I have discovered, is the knowledge zenith age, where people are trading their knowledge for money. And trust me, the knowledge is priceless. If someone tells me that I'm a yoga teacher, people are willing to pay them like hell. Can you please tell me how to do yoga to become fitness? People are ready to pay to, like, for example, can you teach me how I can read book? People can tell you how to make money, how to I will make more podcasts in getting into niches and all, how you can become a niche, how you can pick niche, basically where you can transform your knowledge, in which department and which domain you can transform your knowledge into a program. I will tell all that, but right now, if you are interested to become a transformer, please join my Facebook group. You will find it, or you can just message me. I'll send you the link. Okay. I hope this podcast was good. Please give me feedback. Please send me a feedback. Positive feedback is always public. Any scope of improvement, please message me personally. That's something which I always say. Thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed it, and keep in touch. Trust me, we'll be transformers. Thank you so much.